What's going on, guys? This is Empty Box. This is iRacing Super Late Model Fix from Concord Speedway. Yeah, a 60-lap race starting in 6th place. Basically right in the middle of the pack because this race did split. Which means that there's 13 cars here in this race.
Car inside. You're in the middle. 3 wide. Into the racket, always behind. Right side.
Woo!
2 wide.
Nowhere to go! Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Short track racing. Yeah.
Still there.
This car is so much fun. This track, also so much fun. I don't know if this is base content within iRacing or at some point I was going to do a race here and I purchased the track or what, but
Inside.
yeah, long story short, last night was the first time I've ever fired it up as far as I can tell. And I'm like, whoa, this track is freaking awesome. It's quirky. It's a little ball of fury. You get to clip the apron. Turns 1, turn 2, or turn 1 and turn 3. It's a joke. It's a fun little track. Although we gotta get our act together here because we got kind of railroaded there, getting stuck on the high side. Like on one hand, we picked up a position, although I think the 2 got right back by us. So I think he was the guy that was in the wall in turn 1, lap 1. So why am I doing this race? Well, 2 things. As many of you guys have noticed and pointed out, and believe me, I've been very aware of this. Since I've returned to making videos, there's been an issue with the recordings. I've been having like a time warp, freeze frame drop thing, but it still stays in sync, so it's really kind of goofy problem with my videos. And especially as the video length increases, it gets more and more problematic. And I can't figure out what it is. I've now spent the last 2 or 3 weeks essentially trying to figure out what the heck is going on, how I can fix it, and I've gone through the ringer, believe me, and I think I finally got it figured out. I've switched recording programs like 4 times over to try and isolate something and figure something out, but because of that, really the only way to test it is to do a race, but I really don't have that much time, so it's kind of one of those things where it's like, we'll just get into a race and see what happens. Test it out, and here we are, racing super late models. That said, don't be surprised if you see more of this on this channel, because they are fun.
Car inside. Clear inside.
Although I will say I've done 3 races now in this series in the last month. The first 2, this being number 3.
Stop down low. Go high. Go high. Caution.
But the driving standards in those first 2 races were absolutely hilariously abysmal. Like, it just devolves into people intentionally wrecking each other blatantly. Like, it's like one of those things where you can fly under the radar with the iRacing sporting code and not get banned for doing what they're doing. But if you know what they're doing, you're like, it's so freaking clear what they're doing. Anyways, on to the green flag. Yay, we get to start on the outside again. Fun. Yeah, not really.
Green, green, green.
Fling it on in there.
Car inside.
This track's just excessively wide.
Still there. Hold your line.
This track is so stupendously wide, and I can't tell you why because it feels like it just is unnecessary track. Woo!
Stay high. You're up top. 3 wide. Inside. 2 wide.
That was a mess.
Yellow flag is out. They want you in single file. Closed. Pit road is closed.
That was a mess. That was me and the guy in the white car. What is it? 10 car, and then I think the 7 probably showed up at the scene around the same
don't
time.
have to worry about saving our tires.
But anyways, on to the next green flag.
That was close.
Alrighty, we get a start on the inside of the line. And we're going like way early.
Green flag. Car outside. Clear.
Woo! Kudos to the 7 there, making that outside pass there. This track's so much fun though. At least with the fixed setup here, you just have...
Car inside.
Okay, just go for that.
High.
Whatever.
Clear inside.
It's just one of those tracks where, at least with the fixed setup here, you just have more power than you know what to do with. Like, you know, it's really only down the front straight and just going into turn 3 or turn 5. I'm sorry, I gotta make that joke every single time because it makes me laugh that somehow in oval racing, one turn is counted as 2, except for tracks like Pocono, where somehow they don't. Like, I understand the logic, but I disagree with the logic. I find it ridiculous. But anyways, I gotta say, this is just a whole heap of fun. And anytime I do, particularly a short track oval race, I always gotta include my elevator pitch
Go high. Go high.
of...
Caution. Yellow flag. They want you in single file. Okay.
You doing it? You know what? Onto the green flag. I'll explain it later. Alrighty, we're restarting in 6th place again. Go figure.
Green flag. Green flag.
Like I said,
Caution. Yellow flag.
although that was pretty freaking intentional. Like, that wasn't even attempting to hide it. Onto the green flag. So, under caution, it was said that apparently the guy's steering wheel disconnected. Which, yeah. What's the saying? If you believe that, I got a bridge to sell you in New York or something like that. Yeah, I'm not sure if I believe any of that, because apparently it's just wreck to pass out here.
Still there, inside. You're now in 3rd.
Anyways, the elevator pitch for this type of racing that I always must give
Car inside.
is that if you want to learn how to run close to other cars, this is the place to do it. Because short track racing, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. And at the same time, it really helps teach how to actually make a pass, providing you're not one of these jackwagons that just wrecks people. Because, you know, they're the next Dale Earnhardt racing in 2000 strength of field super late model race. Actually, it's probably higher than that. I'm car 5 in a 13 car field with a 3500-ish oval I rating, so probably 3000, I'm guessing. But yeah, you ain't Dale Earnhardt. You just look like a jackass. But unfortunately, people never learn. But it's such a great way to learn how to race around other cars and gain that confidence, as well as the understanding that someone's about to get murdered up in here. But the understanding that a pass is made coming off of the corner. Oh God, I don't want to get caught up in your bull crap.
Still there, inside. Clear inside.
But it's like I get it, it's short track racing. Like, again, I mentioned this in my big block video, like, just last week. Like, yeah, I spent a lot of time at the local short track. Like, there was a point where every freaking weekend I was out there, for crying out loud. Like, you know, there's just... You always see it. Short track racing, the temper's flare. It's what everyone likes. But there's also, again, the point of you're not Dale Earnhardt racing in a 3,000 strength of field iRacing race on a Thursday night. Like, you ain't...
Pit road's open.
Like, you just looking like jackasses. It's a goddamn travesty. Because this car is fun. This type of racing is fun. But stuff like this really just puts me off. Because it's just... Ugh! Onto the green flag so we can finish this race before I have a brain aneurysm. Alrighty, we're getting ready to go back to green flag racing. Restarting in third place. And he's going now. Put him up! That was a terrible restart. Keep debating whether or not I should restart in second or third because I feel like, depending on when the leader goes, third gear is more than enough. Because you can't even put the power down in second, so it's like, why bother?
Well, not bad, dude. I thought I was
You're good. I take it. I probably came down a little bit.
But then the other thing that's great about this type of racing, it teaches you how to frickin' finish a race. Like some of these guys that, you know, you might have seen in this race, you might see in other races. It's just like, you guys drive like clowns. You drive like morons. You're just wrecking one another. And given the way this race has gone, we might be in prime position here. Nope. We're going to bring it home third. But we kept the car clean despite everybody trying to murder one another around us. So,
Chicken flag, chicken flag.
that's that. Wasn't exactly the greatest race I've ever been a part of, but hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you guys like this type of racing, although this race was not a good quality one, I will fully admit. But, hey, just remember, you want to see more of this, make sure you feed that algorithm, alright? If I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. But, yeah.
Okay, the race is over. Bring it on in.
Oh, boy! Roll on the...
All clear. Punch it.
Anyways, I believe the outro is, hope you guys enjoyed. Roll on that carnage report. Aight, bye.